What's up, EV Clan? Alex Espion here, and welcome back to the next episode of the Pokemon Red Randomizer Nuzlocke. In the last episode, we finished getting through Mount Moon, and in today's episode, we are going to take on Nugget Bridge, and hopefully get a decent amount of levels so that way we can challenge Misty's gym. We may do both those things in this episode. We may just do Nugget Bridge. We may lose on Nugget Bridge and then have to restart all over again. I was skipping the rival's dialogue because I was distracted. I'm doing great. I caught a bunch of strong and smart Pokemon. Here, let me see what you caught, Alex. Okay, yeah. He's gonna get to see what we caught, and we're gonna get to see what he caught. Boy, will he be in for a surprise when he sees, that my team, I guess, hasn't changed all that much. I was gonna say, like, boy, won't he be in the surprise when he sees how much my team has changed. But, I've only gained 2 Pokemon. Since our last fight. I don't even know if we did, like, the Route 3? No, Route, like, 22 or 24, whatever it is. I don't know if we even did that fight with him, because if we did, even less has changed. Like, I feel like, well, I guess, I don't know, I don't recall how many Pokemon, first of all, when I last fought him, and second, how many Pokemon I would have had if the last fight I had with him was on that route. But, yeah, in the previous episode, I did say about how I dislike Yungoos, the Yungoos line, because, like, you know, who doesn't? And, to justify, that sort of opinion, I feel it's fitting that I state that Yungoos, first of all, he's always got a frown on his face. In case you haven't noticed, Yungoos always has a frown on its face. And not only that, but its teeth are, like, super sharp. It's like, it's got these weird, like, sharp, like, type of, you know, like, how they have, like, grinding machine? It looks like a type of teeth that would be on, like, a metal machine that, like, grinds things. And it's just, like, very, I don't know, it's, like, the fact that he's always shouting, too, is, always, like, frowning, is just, like, he always looks angry, and I don't really like that. I think that if you're going for a Route 1 normal type, then you should probably be trying to, like, make it cute. And, like, Rattata isn't that cute, but at least he's, like, charming a little bit. Like, Bidoof is adorable. Squirrelvet is, I think, the cutest one. Sentret is pretty cute. I think that Sentret looks cute when it's, like, when it looks really dumb. I'm trying to figure out, what is, Alice is the, I forgot what Alice is. I know that Andrew is my starter. Andrew is the Jolteon. What is Alice? Alice is a Machop. I don't know what he's sending out. I forgot. Oh, sorry, he already sent out a Tentacool. But yeah, like, Squirrelvet, I really like Squirrelvet, because one, it's just really cute, and then it evolved. I love the Squirrelvet line, because Squirrelvet is really cute, and Greedent is, like, just a homie. Like, he looks like the type of Pokemon that I just want to be best friends with. Like, come on in, buddy. He just looks like such a homie. He just looks like such a friend. He's a big old friend. I love Greedent. I think he looks so goofy. I love it. And, Patrat, as I said in the previous episode, don't like Watchog, but Patrat is adorable. His limbs are, like, chubby and short, and I think it's cute. Hey, take it easy! You won already! Ha! Beat your butt, Blue. Hey, guess what? I went to Bill's and got him to show me his rare Pokemon. That added a lot of pages to my Pokedex. After all, Bill's world famous as a Pokemaniac. Pokemon Professor. Sorry, I thought that's what was coming. He invented the Pokemon storage system on PC. Since you're using his system, go thank him. Well, I better get rolling. Smell you later. Just turns into, Blue uses rollout. Better get rolling. It's just rolling down the street. Okay, bye, Blue. It's super effective. Just like the sound of, like, a car skidding as he rolls off. Yeah, just like, this is Nugget Bridge. Beat us 5 trainers and win a fabulous prize. Think you got what it takes? Yes, in fact I do. If you excuse me for just 1 second, guys, while I deal with something. Okay, guys, I'm back, and let me see if I can catch my train of thought again, because a certain someone was distracting me. Let me think. Yeah, just like Watchog, I said earlier, I didn't get the point, because like he's not cute, he's not strong, he doesn't look cool. It's like there is no real defining trait that is like good. There's no real good trait about Watchog that I can name. But yeah, in last episode, at the beginning of the last episode, Machop only hit Karate Chop, which is a normal type move. However, now they have low kick, so we can finally hit those. We finally have something to do with those pesky rock types. In previous playthroughs, they've been a massive problem because obviously, like, my water types just didn't have water type moves. But finally, we have something to deal with rock types, because at the beginning of the game, rock types could be quite a pain in the neck, because everything else has normal type moves, and you just are dealing not very effective damage. Frankly, Steel, Rock, Ghost, all those types are just a pain in the neck to deal with early game, because all you have is normal type moves, really, on most Pokemon. Just like Pound, or Tackle, or Scratch, and then, like, you really can't hit them. Especially with Ghost type, you literally can't hit them. So it's just nice to have something that is super effective against Rock, and also just something super effective against Ghost. However, that is obviously a less common thing to have, and we don't necessarily have that. In this game, that's a very hard thing to get your hands on, because Dark type doesn't exist. And, like, there's only one Ghost type in the game, so it's not like one Ghost type could overpower another. Woo! Good stuff! Okay, that's one down. Let's see how our Pokemon are doing. Looking good. On to the next one, then. I'm second. Now it's serious. Okay. Well, we'll see just how serious it is when I whoop your butt. Nah. But yeah, just like, in this game it's even harder, because it's not like, there's only one Ghost type in the game, so it's not like, oh, my Ghost type is just straight up better than this Ghost type, because they just like outclass it, and therefore I can manage. It's because in this game it's just like, oh yeah, there is only one Ghost type evolution line. So, you either have Ghastly, Haunter, or Gengar. And if you have a Haunter, and your opponent has a Gengar, well then tough luck. Like, you know, it's just like, there is nothing in this game, there's no Ghost in this game to counter Gengar, because Gengar is just the only fully evolved Ghost type. So therefore, if you want to fight Gengar on the Ghost type end with like Ghost type super effectiveness, then you really can't do anything besides just use another Gengar. Also, I feel like Lickitung would be good for fighting for dealing with Ghost types in this game, because Lickitung obviously gets Lick, and Lick is a Ghost type move, so that's super effective on the Ghost types, but Lickitung is a normal type, so it can't be hit by Ghost type moves. See, I feel like Lickitung in this game would be like best bet for fighting Ghost types. But yeah, oh my gosh, it's just so crazy that like in Gen 1 and Gen 2, and I know this isn't a new idea in the slightest, I know that people have brought this up before, but it's just so crazy to me that in Gen 1 and Gen 2, like, there are two Ghost-type people. There's, like, Agatha in Gen 1 and Morty in Gen 2. Like, there is, in the first two generations, there is both a Ghost-type Elite Four member and a Ghost-type Gym Leader. And it's so absurd, because in Gen 1, there's only one Ghost-type evolution line. Why on earth would there be a Ghost-type Elite Four member? It's absurd. And then, like, you get to Gen 2, and they added one new Ghost-type evolution line. In fact, it's not even, like, a full evolution line. It is a one-stage evolution line. Because, like I said, there's just so many, like, one-stage evolution lines in Johto that, obviously, they get evolutions later, but in Johto, that's just one stage. How could I lose? She's a gent. A gentle lady. Let's see what this guy is. He is, I don't know. Here's number 3. I won't be easy. Let's see, what's his trainer class? He is a rich girl. Sorry, she is a rich girl. I shouldn't assume. That's my bad. My apologies. Victory Bell. We have Gerald to start out with. Obviously, I have Gerald in the front just to get XP, because even if they can't take the Pokemon in front, I can switch them out, and we can do some switch training. Obviously, I want everyone to be above level 20 before we go into the gym, not just our main Pokemon, not just our Pokemon that are currently close to getting there. Because if you just train up the Pokemon that are close to getting there, then you're just gonna have Pokemon that are constantly over-leveled, you know? And that's not good. Every Pokemon on your team should be able to carry its own weight, especially in the Nuzlocke. Because you're only as strong as your weakest link. Especially in a Nuzlocke. He's done out of Cloyster. Luckily we have Andrew, who is our resident electric type, to deal with said Cloyster. Yeah. It's just like, Gen 2 has so many of those, like, one-stage, evolution lines. And they have, like, Delibird, Yanma, Dunsparce, Misdreavus. There's other ones, I'm sure. Sneasel. Let me think. Miltank. Unknown. Just want to see how many I can name. Murkrow. If I tried hard, I could probably name all of them, but that is like Quillfish. I think that's like a decent amount of them. I think I just covered like half of them, maybe like 2/3. But there are definitely like more than you would think, which makes me think I'm forgetting some. But like I feel like Gen 2 didn't really make like a lot of complete evolution lines. Ow! Stomped flat! They just sort of like expanded evolution lines that were like, and number 4, getting tired? No. And what is this person's trainer class? I wonder, let us see. Oh, it's the girl with the broken leg. I'm sorry, the gentleman with the broken leg. Gentlewoman, even. Yeah, here's a Squirtle, waving hello. Squirtle's sprite in this game is so cute. It's odd how it just like has a... It doesn't have like the little hook end of its mouth, you know, like the turtles have. They have that sort of like thing that goes in, like sort of like a beak. It's a beak type of thing, and it doesn't seem to have that. It looks like Squirtle's face, I feel, in this game looks a little bit too human. It's kind of weird looking, but he's so happy. I like it. It's really happy. It's really cute. It just doesn't look like a turtle. His face doesn't look like a turtle's face, but it is really cute. So I'll let it slide. But yeah, he does get that in future games, like that sort of turtle beak that turtles have. And I know it's not like a... I'm sure the technical name is not a beak, but it looks like a beak. You know, if you've ever seen like a Koopa in Mario, it's very defined on a Koopa that they have like that sort of beak-looking thing. Because Koopas have like the big old rounded cheeks and then the beak thing on top, like the triangular thing that slides over it. I lost 2. Yes, you did. On to the next one. Next and final one. Okay, I'm number 5. I'll stomp you! No. I disagree. I don't think you will. Judging by the other attempts that other people have made, I really don't think you're going to do very well. Dratini in this game is also very cute. Gen 1 sprites. A lot of Gen 1 sprites, they just haven't, like... They haven't figured out what the Pokemon is supposed to look like yet, I feel. Like, in future games, it changes, like, dramatically from what the Gen 1 sprites are with some Pokemon. And I think that's just because in Gen 1, they had a certain idea of what that Pokemon was going to look like, and then between generations it sort of changed. And, like... I don't know how much they changed between Gen 1 and Gen 2. Maybe it took even longer. But I think for some Pokemon. But I'd imagine with most Pokemon, since the anime began... I guess the anime began, like... Did the anime begin before Generation 2? Or after Generation 2? Because the first episode of the anime had a Ho-Oh in it. I think it was before Generation 2. I think it was like a little something to hold people over between generations, and it's funny how that little something to hold people over between generations became like one of the most well-known animes on Earth, if not like the most well-known. Because like even people who don't know anime, like me, know Pokemon. Because like how can you escape Pokemon? Whoa, Sorry, I thought I heard preschool. I saw preschooler, and I'm like, oh, he has a little kid voice, but I gave him this voice before. Whoa, too much! And that's it's funny, because I gave him that voice, and then he turned out to be a preschooler, and it's like, huh. Well, that's not exactly what I was expecting. It's a little odd. It's a very big, tough, masculine preschooler. You just earned a prize. It's a big nugget. It's a nugget. I wonder if that's why it's called Nugget Bridge. Wow, crazy. By the way, would you like to join Team Rocket? No, not really. We're a group dedicated to evil using Pokemon. Okay, now you're starting to sell me. Want to join? Nah. I have other plans. I don't really want to get wrapped up in your whole organization. I kind of want to become champion. Like that's my main goal. I don't want to get distracted with all this Team Rocket stuff. Are you sure? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Come on, join us. I'm telling you to join. No. Okay, you need convincing. I'll make you an offer you can't refuse. Uh-oh. Something tells me he's a Team Rocket grunt. Wow, he's a Team Rocket grunt. Sorry, he's a ranger. My bad. I shouldn't assume. I shouldn't assume just on looks. Never judge a book by its cover, guys. Here I was thinking he was a Team Rocket grunt, but actually he's just a ranger. Nothing to be frightened of. Just a friendly ranger, hoping to help you out. Make sure you're not starting any fires, attracting any bears, leaving food around. Making sure you're not vandalizing the national park, because that's illegal. You know, he's just a friendly park ranger. But here's a Flareon. Oh no, he's gonna burn down the forest! He's gonna burn down freaking national park! I don't know. The plot of this narrative I'm weaving is not very good. But, I do like Flareon's sprite in this game. Gen 1 sprites go hard, as I've said before. It's like, they don't look like future game sprites, because obviously, like I was saying a few minutes ago, they don't have a good idea of what the Pokemon is supposed to look like yet. And in later gens, they started to establish, like, what certain Pokemon were supposed to look like. But the Gen 1 sprites a lot of them are just really good. You are good! Okay, thank you. I'll be going now. With your ability, you could become a top leader in Team Rocket. Nah, I'm good. I'd rather become the top champion in the region, by being the only champion in the region, if you don't mind. But now that Nugget Bridge is over with, we have a Nugget, which means, go figure, we have a Nugget, which means we can go sell that and get a load of money from doing so. But we're not quite up to a level that is, fitting for challenging the gym, because I believe Misty Starmie is level 23. And I believe that pretty, I feel like I'm pretty confident in that, because I feel like I've seen, Gen 1 enough to the point where I should know this by now. But then again, with Brock, I guess the wrong level, because I said his Onix was level 13, and I believe it was level 12. At least I think that's what happened. Maybe it was the other way around. But, Clefable. That is our next encounter. Assuming this is a new route. I'm sure it is. I don't see why it wouldn't be. Let's weaken it down. Ember shouldn't do that much, because this thing has pretty high special, I believe. Unless it gets a crit. Well... Huh. You know, when I don't need to get a crit, I never get a crit. But when I do need it... Sorry. Wow. Hold on a second. That was the wrong way around. When I do need to get a crit, I never get a crit. When I don't need to get a crit, oh, we're critting every day. When we're trying to catch a Pokemon, oh, we're critting every day. I just got down from Mount Moon. But I'm ready. Ready for what? Ready to beat me? I don't think so. But yeah, like, just Gen 1 sprites. That Flareon, I love the way its eyes are. And, like, some of the Gen 1 sprites are, like, vastly different from future game sprites. Like, I think that, like, well, I'm trying to think of a good example. Because Squirtle is different, as I said before, but, like, not vastly different. I know that there are, like, vastly different ones, though. I think Execute is pretty different, because Execute is, like, one egg is so much bigger than the other, and I don't think there are 5 eggs in Gen 1. I just don't think. And Sandshrews. Sandshrews is like, okay, what happened? Sandshrews' like entire face changed. They got rid of like the they got rid of, like, the, what do I call that? Just, like, the eye stalk type of looking thing, and, like, the beady, and they made the eyes, like, less beady, less circular, like, more ovaler. I don't know what circular is, but for ovals. Like, if something is shaped like a square, you call it square. If something is shaped like a rectangle, you call it rectangular. When someone is shaped like a circle, you call them circular. I think you just call them fat, but that's that too. If something is shaped like a circle, you call it circular. What is an oval? Ovalular? What is? I wonder. But yeah, there's also like, I think the Charmander. Yeah, Charmander's like whole entire face shape changed. You worked hard. Thank you, Mr. Tamer. On to the next trainer. What are our levels looking like now? Okay, 21, and then 22 on the other two. I think we might need to go back and heal before we send out the other two again. Local trainers come here to practice. Because most things wouldn't be a problem for us with that amount of health that we have on the other two Pokemon. But I don't know if, I don't know what we're gonna be running into. So like, most things would be no problem for us. But you never know what we might run into. So it's good to be safe. It's good to just play it safe. When in doubt, play it safe. That's what you have to do in Nuzlocke. Unfortunately, that's how it works. And maybe sometimes it takes longer, but that's how it be. But yeah, Charmander's like face shape went from like ovalular, oh my gosh, to like more of a egg type of. I don't know if it's an egg type of shape. It's like it starts out fat on the bottom and then gets thinner, I suppose. I mean, sometimes I feel like it differs with the game though. I think it like depends on the model actually, but I feel like it's like the face shape has definitely changed, but I can't say how. Like Gen 1 Charmander, something looks just very different from Charmander future generations. You're decent. Thank you. I guess. You're decent. You're pretty decent yourself. But here's another guy. Battle him too. Him or her. You never know. You're going to see Bill? First, let's fight. Look like a man. So I'm gonna give it a man's voice. Because I don't have the liberty of asking it yet. Yep, it's a tamer. And it's a Dugtrio he's sending out. We don't really have a whole lot to deal with that. However, if memory serves, Dugtrio at this level shouldn't have any good, okay. So, we're getting out of here. I was gonna say he shouldn't have any good ground-type moves, and then he went for a pretty good ground-type move, so, here's the hoping Alice takes this, otherwise, well, should've gone back and healed. Well, should've gone back and healed. Uh-oh, why do I put myself in these situations? Why don't I just go back? I'm kinda stupid for that. But, lemonade. I hate to waste it, but potion, just the normal potion ain't gonna do it for us in this situation. And I don't know how much fresh water heals. It's probably 50, and that wouldn't have healed us back to full. So, let's just to be safe, heal up that paralysis. Because the last thing I want is for him to dig, us to miss, and then us to finally get a chance to hit him, and then we're paralyzed. Yeah, there's nothing really we can do about this besides just take it. He goes first, so now we get to hit him, which is good. Dig is doing a lot of damage, though. Another one won't kill us unless it crits. Which, of course, now that I said that, it's gonna crit, ain't it? I don't... Okay. I'm going to heal just to be safe. Because, like, I shouldn't need to. But, when I guess there's no harm in being safe. Besides, you know, losing our resources. That's a pretty big harm. But, like, what else can you do? I was just talking about in Nuzlocke, you have to be safe. So, might as well practice what I preach here. It's always rough when, like, the kill is right there, and you could get it if you just attacked, but sometimes it's just better to heal, just in case. Because you don't want to lose your Pokemon in just a random trainer battle because you were stupid, and you could have healed, but you didn't. You're something. Thanks, I guess. You're something, too. You're a man, standing next to a bunch of bushes, who probably lives in Cerulean City, because it's right down there. May have fought the gym leader already. I don't remember what Pokemon you had, so you may have lost. They had what did they have? They had something that was not good. Oh, they had a Dugtrio. So yeah, you might have, I don't know. Isn't it, like, it's wacky to think, like, that, I don't know. A lot of people are like, oh my gosh. I hear a lot of Poketubers, like, often say, like, oh my gosh, how did you get this far? With, just they see, like, trainers that are, like, one time I don't say a lot of Poketubers. One time I heard a Poketuber say, like, oh yeah, how did you just beat the gym? Because they couldn't get to the gym. They couldn't get, like, past the area until they beat the gym. They're like, how did you beat, and they fought a trainer after the gym that was, like, way easier than the gym leader, obviously. And then they were like, how did you get past the gym? How did you get to this point? You know, they're like, how did you get past the first gym and, like, get to here? And to that I say, don't people live in different towns? Like, aren't people born in different places? Like, it seems like such a dumb thing to me. Time took me to a great party on the SSN at Vermilion City. Okay. That's what we in the business call foreshadowing. Because, spoiler alert, guys, in case you never played Red and Blue, we're gonna be going there at some point in this playthrough. Hopefully. If I get that far. Ember, super effective. Always good to have them send out something that is weak to fire. Because then Gerald gets to use their one move, and it's super effective. And then Gerald gets all the XP, not having to share it with the person I'm using to switch train them. Yeah, Gerald is now level 22. That's level 22 for everyone. At least it would be if another Pokemon hadn't leveled up recently. I'm not mad! You sound pretty pissed, girl. I don't know. You sound pretty darn pissed. What about you? What are you? Hi, my boyfriend is cool. Okay, I'm sure. What's your trainer class? Oh, a gentleman. Gentlewoman, sorry. You always hear, like, gent used as, like, gentleman. But, like, there are gentlewomen, too. You know? Like, who's to say there can't be a gentlewoman out there somewhere? This, my friends, is a gentlewoman. There's gentlemen, and there's gentlewomen. And in this case, gent is clearly short for gentlewomen. Gentlewoman, even. You know, in 8th grade, 7th grade, I lost the spelling bee because I spelled, like, women instead of woman. Like, I just wasn't listening to the word carefully enough, and so I spelled women instead of woman. And my mom was like, come on, you know he would have won if they didn't, because basically, I don't know how it works in other people's schools, but, like, before you can participate in, like, the school-wide spelling bee, each classroom does, like, their own spelling bee to decide candidates, and, in 5th grade, I had gotten 2nd place overall in the school spelling bee, and then in 6th grade, they didn't have one. In 7th grade, there was, like, the classroom spelling bee to see who got into it, and I misspelled women as woman, or woman as women, I don't remember which way it was. And so I didn't get into it. And my mom, who was like, oh, come on, give Alex a second shot. My mom was like, oh yeah, my mom was like certain that, like, this time around, I'd win the spelling bee if I got into it. And she was like, she was kind of upset that happened, that I wasn't able to become a candidate to participate in the school spelling bee. I was in bad condition. Sure. Excuses. Wonderful. We continue on. But yeah, I just, like, my mom was so certain. Oh, another trainer. This is a preschooler, right? I'm off to see a Pokemon collector at the Cape. Judging by the sprite, this is a preschooler. Nope, that is a tamer. Tamer and preschooler have similar looking sprites. My bad. I guess that tamer just sounds like that. He looks like a large masculine man, but he sounds like that. We all have our downfalls. But yeah, my mom was just like, come on. My mom was just like begging my teacher. She's like, come on, you know that if he knew which word it was, he wouldn't have gotten it wrong. And then he was like, well, sorry, those are the rules. Unfortunately, I just can't have him nominated to be in the school-wide spelling bee if he wasn't like one of the top ones in the classroom spelling bee. So, so I didn't get to participate. So, 5th grade was the first time you could participate in the school-wide spelling bee, and then like in 6th grade they didn't have it, and then in 7th grade I didn't get into the school-wide spelling bee. Sure enough, 8th grade I got into it and I won, and my trophy is on my desk. At least it usually is. I'm looking around for it right now. It's not here for some reason, but usually it is. And I look at it with pride very often. But because I'm kind of a nerd. Just to be clear, I was always like the smarty pants. I was a little bit of a nerd. So while other people that might not be like the craziest accomplishment to me, I'm like, I am the greatest speller. I was the greatest speller in the school, and that's hype. To me, that's hype. I worked hard for it. Yeah, Mew goes down. Shapeshifted into us. That was your first mistake, because you wasted a turn shapeshifting, transforming, and then from there we had the perfect window to attack you, because you wasted your first turn transforming, which allowed us to get a hit in, and then you were weak enough for the next attack to kill. Anyway, they are sending out something else right now, which I have no idea what it might be, because I took too long talking, and now, oh, it's an Aerodactyl. And did I just switch to my Machop? I switched to my Machop, didn't I? I switched to my Machop. Gosh darn it, man! But, hold on a second, guys. I will be right back. I just have to deal with something again real quick. Okay, guys, I'm back, and, sorry for the interruptions this episode, but that's how it be sometimes. I went for the karate chop, gosh darn it, I need to switch out. Gerald is not really, we are not well equipped to deal with this at all, huh? Well, I don't think he has a ground type move. I always think on impulse that, like, all rock type moves are a ground type move, and all ground type moves are a rock type move, because there are a lot of rock ground types, but that's not entirely true. This is a rock flying type. The odds of him having a ground type move, I feel, are very slim. And, I don't think that rock actually resists electric. I tend to think that because, rock and ground, obviously, rock and ground types are a common thing, that I see, like, ground types are immune to electric type moves, and so I think that rock type would also be, resistant to electric type moves. Like, electric type moves also wouldn't be good against rock types, but that is not the case. You got me! Yes, I did. And now, all my Pokemon should be, level 23 is what I was going to say, but, Gerald is not. So, we will run into the next trainer over here. I could have gotten that Pokeball early if I, was smarter. I'm a cool guy. I've got a cool girlfriend. I've got a girlfriend. Ah, so that was your girlfriend back there. Yep. That's cool. They did that, like a little bit of a, just relating the two trainers. I have obviously read this dialogue. I did obviously read this dialogue when I was playing Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, but I don't remember a whole lot of it. And I'm also where I should have ended the episode a bit ago, but, like, I do just want to get everyone to the level 23 mark. That mark of, like, level 23, so that we can fight the gym first thing next episode. And if that means that this episode has to be a little bit longer, so I can do that, so be it. After all, never been too good at sticking to those time limits that I set myself for the episode. It's like, oh yeah, each episode is going to be 25 minutes, and then I started this series, and then I continued, and I was like, first episode wasn't 25 minutes. I'm like, okay, I'll get it next time, and the next episode still wasn't 25 minutes. I'm like, okay, maybe next time, and then next episode after that wasn't 25 minutes, and before long, I just realized that I will probably not be ending any episodes at the 25 minute mark. But in the end, it's just like a rough time that I set myself to end. I don't have to end there if I don't want to. Aw, darn! See, that's a preschooler. Like, what is the difference between this sprite, and this sprite? I guess, like, sideburns? Yeah, sideburns, okay. And this guy has, like, spiky hair in the front. It was hard to recognize from the back, but there is definitely a difference between these two. Because I feel like this guy from the back is, like, his hair fully covers, yeah, his whole hair fully covers. Well, this guy, his hair doesn't cover as much. But those are two distinct sprites, two different sprites that are two different types of trainers. Oh my gosh, the burps. The burps go hard. The burps go crazy. But yeah, I'll make my way back to Cerulean now, so that in the next episode, and I'll place myself in front of the gym in preparation for the next episode. Before I do that, I will make sure that I am stocked up on potions, as I should be. I think I am, because I did not use any potions on the way to the gym, through Mount Moon, or to the gym. Yes, I did not. I did not at all. Actually, I did. I did use some on the way through Mount Moon, but I replenished them. I bought more when I got to Cerulean, now I recall. So, everyone's level 23, which I think puts us at a good level to take on the gym next episode. So I guess I'll close it off now. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you, Clan. And if you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you all next time. This is Alex Espion, signing off.